No. No, not yet. I'm still not convinced yet. I'm still not
I was
convinced.
this close to buying it. I was this close to getting it, and then Jared looks over at me and he's like, "Dude, just save your money for Cyberpunk next week." And I was like, "Ah, you're right." Yeah, so that's what I'm
That
gonna
comes out 4 days from now. So
do. Mm-hmm.
I pre-ordered Cyberpunk a while ago.
yeah, same.
Like 3 times ago when it was supposed to come out, something like that.
The original release.
Yep.
When it originally went gold.
I feel like every time it gets pushed back, I should get $10 back. You know, that should be their incentive to not
Right, or at least
push
5.
things.
At least 5.
I can do 5.
Yeah. Or like a free DLC.
Something. What about you, Evan? How's it going, man?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. How's your week been?
Cool. It's all right. They started rolling airplanes in again. For those that don't know, I built airplanes. But yeah, they finally started moving those again. So I've been actually having to go back to work, and that kind of sucks. I'm calling out a lot because once they stopped them, I didn't have any work to do.
So, so what happens when, like, okay, I'm scheduled to go in Tuesday at 10 p.m., but you don't have any work. So do they put you in somebody else's department?
They want to, and I said fuck that. So I called out and used PTO time that I've been saving up.
Oh, okay. Word.
So I had now I'm like
Take notes, everyone. If you don't never want to go to work, just use your PTO.
Just use your benefits, man. That's all you gotta do.
Yeah, because you should. It refreshes at the end of the year, right?
No, so I get a certain amount of hours like every week.
Oh,
so yeah, so I almost get 2 days a month. I think is kind of where I'm at.
Yeah. Oh.
I got it.
Okay.
Jocker.
You fuck with this man too hard, dude. That's the thing about like doing these live podcasts. Like it's cool because like you can actually learn how to do shit on the fly. So
that's right. It's right now. Awesome, man. What you been playing?
I have been pushing Valhalla pretty hard lately. So it turns out I was kind of playing the game wrong at the beginning. So I progressed very slowly, and I was stuck a lot of the time.
So please,
but now that I got it figured out,
give somebody like me advice so that I don't get stuck in that same position.
So like once you build your settlement, you got Ranvi, who's at the table where you'll pick a country basically and like pledge an allegiance with them.
Mm-hmm.
So I did that. I finished that story arc, and I either wasn't paying attention or he didn't say it, but you have to go back to her and pick the next place. And as you're doing that, more places will become available to do that to. And each section is basically its own story arc.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't catch that. So I'm just stuck in the same thing, playing all this overpowered shit. And it fucking sucked.
Assassin's Creed turning into Dark Souls.
I was getting so mad, dude. I was like, yo, I'm only level 40. Everything's level 90 and above. And I'm like, this is trash. Fuck this game. But now that I figured that out and I have all these other missions that I can do, it's a much smoother experience.
Nice. Are you enjoying it? Are you happy? Are you still happy with it?
Yeah, I'm enjoying it much better now.
Good.
Yeah, it's a solid game. I like it a lot. I think I like it more than Odyssey.
Okay, I can see that. Black Flag's still number 1. It's okay. We know.
100%.
100%.
Always.
What about you, Jeff?
Just doing the same. I'm actually just getting started in Valhalla. So I've been doing the story, just kind of following that quest line and leveling up. And I'm having a lot of fun with it. It's very brawler like, so that's fun. Very violent. Story's pretty cool. I found Stonehenge yesterday. That was neat. So like that's the cool thing about Assassin's Creed games. Like there's always some sort of historical place or figure or something you interact with. And that's always been my favorite thing about it.
The brutality of the game is my favorite.
Dude, there's one finisher where like you just stick your axe in the guy's neck and then you just fucking punch his head off.
Yeah, I saw one. You take your axe and like the guy's on his knees, you go down and up, kind of like uppercutting him with the axe. He falls down and then you stomp on his head into the axe.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Fucking amazing.
That's awesome. So I've been doing that, working on the Cold War campaign a little bit, trying to finish that up. And then obviously just doing like normal Call of Duty shit. But yeah, other than that, like, yeah, I'm just trying to finish up all like campaign stuff before Cyberpunk comes out.
Yeah, I'm trying to push through Valhalla really hard.
Yeah, because that's gonna be like my main focus for until I run out. And so they said one of the developers, I don't know if this is a topic that we're gonna hit, because in case you guys didn't know, I have no idea what we talk about ever whatsoever
until we talk about it.
Yeah, it's like, hey, we're here, and I love it. But yeah,
how to get a better reaction out of somebody? You know, it's authentic at that point.
Right.
It gives Jeff a chance to get better with coming up top of his head, stuff off the top of his head. There we go.
Right.
And it teaches Michael how to speak.
Yes.
Why say many words when few words do trick?
Who learned you to spoke?
But they said one of the developers has played over 170 hours in the game, and they still haven't finished it.
Beautiful.
Yeah, so that has me really excited.
So Assassin's Creed Valhalla and Cyberpunk are pretty much going to take up the rest of the year.
For sure.
Yeah.
I'm trying to breeze through the story of Valhalla for sure before Cyberpunk.
Yeah, and that story is probably, for Assassin's Creed, I think probably 50, 60 hours.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe.
Yeah, no, you're right.
So yeah, it's going to take a minute. But no matter what, the day Cyberpunk releases, I'm taking off with it.
I might do what I did with Odyssey. So like I got like halfway through Odyssey and then something was coming out. So I was like, I want to beat this before this comes out. So I kicked it to like easy mode so I could just breeze through the story.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, dude.
But yeah, what are you been playing on, dude?
I wish I could say a lot, but unfortunately not a whole lot with just work and editing. I've dabbled in some of the Valhalla. I've gotten to play a little bit more than what I wanted. That's really honestly it. I really haven't had a chance to do a whole lot this week. I think tonight, I might dabble in some Call of Duty. Because y'all are wanting, are we talking about the same Call of Duty? Or are y'all talking about Cold War?
Yeah, no, I don't touch Cold War.
Okay. Well, when y'all start talking about multiplayer and Call of Duty, I'm not sure if y'all are talking about Cold War or.
I am interested in seeing you progress through the Cold War campaign because there's 3 endings. I just want to see which one you end up taking.
Fuck.
He doesn't like that.
I hate that shit, dude. Oh my god. All right, that's fine. You want to be the rundown promoter girl? Give you swag? We don't have any swag.
We will have swag. Once we hit 100, I promise. Once we hit 100, we are 20 away. I believe. Last time I checked, I have to go back and check it. But once we hit 100, I promise there will be some sort of swag or another.
And Tosca wants to be production manager too, so
that's fine. Would you say that Valhalla is worth the buy? The last Assassin's Creed I played was Assassin's Creed 3, so how much has it changed since?
It's changed significantly.
Way different than it used to be. So whenever Origins came out, they introduced the RPG system to the game, and the fighting mechanics are a lot different. It's no longer press, like if you're on PlayStation, it's no longer circle to block and then square to hit, right? So like now it's all on the button or on the triggers and the bumpers and stuff. So it's a lot different.
Keep talking.
Yeah. It's always the history side of it, right? Like that's what makes Assassin's Creed so different than any other game, right? But
now you upgrade your gear, you upgrade your weapons.
Yeah.
You have a lot of different weapons and armor that you can choose from. This one you have a settlement that you gotta expand on, and you got your ships and all that shit.
Yeah. Joker, have you ever played the Assassin's Creed games, or?
I just like our friend over there in the chat. I think I stopped at 3 because like the new ones like started coming out and everything, like the Black Flag stuff like that and all of that, and I was just like, we're going from freaking what the hell is the guy's name? Original the OG like assassin and everything. We're
Oh,
going from
Is that Altair or
Altair.
Altair,
There you
God,
go.
yeah.
Like we're jumping from Altair, then Ezio. That's where
Ezio's
it
who I was
made
thinking of.
sense there.
Tosca
Like,
Mary's the first assassin?
but like we're going, like we're bouncing around for those guys and everything. Then all of a sudden there's ships, and I'm just like, I can't get behind this whole the whole thing where they're on pirate ships. This dude's jumping, like swinging from mast to mast, and doing that. I'm like,
That was the best one.
Yeah.
I don't
Because
know.
so it was the first Assassin's Creed outside the Desmond storyline, right? So all the ones before was Desmond, like it was his lineage. So once he, spoiler alert, dies, whatever, it's been 15 years.
It's been 8 games later.
Yeah, I know. It's been a while, so
yeah, it's he once that storyline finished off, now you for like 2 games, no, 1 game, just for Black Flag and Unity and Syndication or Syndicate. It was you. You were the protagonist, right? Like you were the current time person thing. So that was like a little bit of a different play, but like the thing I think that Evan and I really like about Black Flag is the time period, and the gameplay, obviously. But yeah, I'm a huge 16th century type person. I love that time period.
well,
So-
for obvious reasons, I'm not.
No comment. Jeff, do you mind elaborating on what Tosca is saying?
Oh, sorry.
No, you're fine, buddy.
I'm the worst mod. Joker didn't like it because it didn't fit the story. For clarity,
so he's asking. I'm not exactly.
I think it's more like the jumping around from time period to time period.
Yeah,
I think it's kind of all over the place for him.
Like it was cool. It was cool when it's like Assassins versus Templars in that time frame because it made sense.
Mm-hmm.
Then it's just like the revolution. Like, hey, there's Templars in America now. Like, okay, now you're about to move to conspiracy theory, Illuminati. Next thing you know, it's going to be Assassin's Creed 2020. It's like global pandemic. The Templars, they created the freaking the coronavirus, and you're an assassin trying to stop them. That's what it's gonna get by. That's what it's gonna get to.
And then all villains say the exact same thing. We're trying to reach the same goal.
Right. Yeah.
To go back on what Dr. Slimes was asking, I would say personally, I think Valhalla is worth a buy. I'm on PC, so Ubisoft has their subscription service, like $16 a month. You can play their entire catalog, old games, new games, all expansions, everything. If they didn't have that, I would still pay at least the $60 for the base game. I think it's pretty good.
I think the $60 is definitely worth it, considering how much gameplay is actually in this game, how much there is to do in this game, whether it's the mini games, the story, the raids, the settlements. Like, there's so much to do that I think is totally worth a $60 price tag.
The hunting, the fishing,
right,
all that shit.
The acid trip that you take, which was fucking weird.
Yeah.
I watched.
Well,
I don't know if you hit that part, but I was watching Evan stream at like 3 a.m. one morning, and then he was on a big acid trip, and I was like, this just got really weird.
Oh, in the game. Got you.
Yes, for clarity, definitely in the game. Yeah. Do y'all also think that it's a good chance of winning 2021's Game of the Year because it's one of its most recent best Viking video games? But also knowing that it'll be going up against Cyberpunk.
I think it does have some ground to stand. I think it has a chance to. Oh God, Game of the Year though. I don't know. It has a chance to win some awards. I'm not sure about Game of the Year.
I don't think it'll be Game of the Year. I think it's definitely going to be a contender. But if Cyberpunk is everything that it's supposed to be, I mean, I really think
we're never gonna play another game again.
it's Cyberpunk, and I don't think that as much as I love Horizon Zero Dawn 2, as much as I love this game, I think that it'll probably take the spot next year. Now, it may not be personally mine, but I do see that happening.
I know I do see Valhalla getting like maybe sound design.
Okay.
Or maybe the soundtrack, just because like the music and like the scoring is really, really good in that game.
It's a solid game.
Yeah, no, thank you, Dr. Science, for the questions. Keep them coming.
Yeah, I love that one actually. I as much as I love Assassin's Creed, I don't think it will be in the category. It might be in the category. It won't win though.
No, it won't. It'll definitely get some nominations, and it will definitely probably win some awards. But I do not see it actually winning Game of the Year.
No, Spider-Man Miles Morales.
Ooh. I'm just worried that Cyberpunk is going to turn into the next, what the hell is the name of that game? Deus Ex, freaking
I don't think it will. I don't think it will.
No,
first one was great. Second one sucked.
Like, so here's the thing too. Like, I guess that brings up another good question too. Like, when you think of a game of the year, do you think of what all is in that game, or do you just think of like the overall story? Right. So like, Last of Us got game, or was it? They got Game of the Year, right?
Last of Us.
Yeah.
The first one, yes.
Yeah.
No, it's the second one.
Well, the second one's nominated.
They haven't done it yet.
No, that's what we're doing this Thursday.
So like, do you include everything that comes in that game, or do you just encompass it into like one thing? Like,
no.
You take into account.
So for the people that are actually voting on the actual game itself, they're including everything with it.
I still think Valhalla has a lot of stuff in it.
Yes, but you have to stop interrupting me.
But I think Cyberpunk is going to have way more. If a developer for the game has played over 170 hours and still hasn't done everything, there's a lot of shit to do.
I've been playing Skyrim for like the last 10 years and I still haven't done anything. Can that get nominated again?
They keep re-releasing it, so
Dude,
yes.
I feel like any game like that that's ever going to get nominated again, it's probably going to be GTA 5.
Also, release it every year.
Right.
Crazy, dude. Crazy.
Oh, yeah. It's crazy to me how that game itself literally skipped a console generation and is still always in the top 10 best-selling every month.
That's Rockstar for you, buddy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. All right.
They don't even have to.
It is a great game.
Yeah.
Y'all about ready to jump into the stories?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we got those. Again, Joker, I'm super excited that you can make it back this week. I'm very excited to see your take on what's going on in the gaming world, especially the business side of things. And if you don't mind, every time I finish up a story, I'll hit you. You'll go first, and then Jeff or Evan can take it from there. Okay. So again, this is a rundown podcast. Let's jump into the stories. Update: PS5 Pro release date, and half of us haven't even gotten the original. And
I'll have one.
I don't
and great news for Neil Druckmann becoming COO of Naughty Dog Productions, which I think is super awesome. So we'll get into it for the first story of the day. So this is from Inverse.com. Danny Paz, everything you need to know about the rumored PS5 Pro. The PlayStation 5 and the Xbox Series X have kickstarted a new era of console gaming. It'll be a slow burn for the full transition, as many gamers are still trying to get their hands on the new console before the holidays. But even if the PS5 and Series X are only a month old, chatter about what could be an eventual PS5 Pro release date begin to surface early December. The culprit was a T3 news story that rehashed a Sony patent application that was published on July 30th, 2020. The document laid out plans for a console that might be twice as powerful as the recent release PS5. A mid-generation launch like that is probably something Sony is interested in, especially after the Series X managed to nab the title of the most powerful console ever made, but could the PlayStation maker have been plotting their next console release just months before the PS5 was supposed to hit the shelves? Without an official word from Sony, we can only speculate about what the company console roadmap. But the past has proven that conjunction to this might hold some weight. After all, early news about the PS5 started reports on Sony patents about console features and specs, some of which turned out to be accurate in November. Keep in mind that just because a company filed a patent for a concept doesn't mean it will be made into a consumer product, but Sony's release of the PS4 Pro back in 2016 hints that a similar PS5 Pro might be in the pipeline.
Are we doing a Jeff rant for the first story?
Wow. If you want to take it, then you can go last.
Oh.
I'm gonna let it bottle up.
Oh, bro.
Let it fester.
Thank
Blood's
you.
boiling already, dude.
Please, what do you have for me, Joker? How does this make you feel, dude? What do you think about it?
Well,
considering you being the only one out of the three of us that were managed to, take your big ass and get past all the bots.
Well, I mean, there's no bots on AFES. I mean, I guess I don't know. Like the military exchange. I guess I got lucky. I don't know. But as far as the PS5 Pro, I'm kind of looking at it in like multiple ways because to some of us, like, hey, I got my PS5. I'm super happy with it. It's dope. I'm loving it.
It's big as hell.
And then it's just like, it's fucking huge. But then they come up with this news like, hey, we're probably going to be working on a PS5 Pro. Granted, it's not them making a statement, but speculation like, hey, PS5 Pro. Like, I'm kind of looking at it like, damn, they got me. Like, I have this later on down the line. They're going to pop out, hey, it's twice as powerful. I'll be like, well, I'm glad I got this money saved up. Because I mean, I'm gonna be there. Granted, I skipped the mid generation and everything because my PS4 is one of like the OG PS4s. Like that was like, release date. Like as soon as like they were knocking on the doors, like Black Fridays. Like basically the same way I have my PS5, like early adopting and everything. That was my PS4. I'm surprised it lasted this long. Granted, just the last couple months it started like just randomly ejecting discs, but I never went for the PS4 Pro because it was just like it's not that important. My system still plays the same thing that that plays. So on one side, I might be like later on, if they release it, I may just be like, hey, I'm cool with my PS5, or I might just go ahead and switch from what I did last generation and actually buy it. But I think that's still, like I said, that's kind of like a slap in the face this early in the generation. Everybody doesn't even have one. There's dudes with like hundreds of them sitting in their basement, those freaking knuckle dragging douchebags. But I mean, there's a whole lot of people that want them that can't get them, so they're not even experiencing what I'm experiencing. I'm digging it. It's wonderful. It's dope. But like until we get to the point where, okay, like 2-3 years down the line, I can understand it, but they should have kept this tight-lipped. Like nothing should have been releasing about this because you got like a whole bunch of people out there now that are gonna have buyer's remorse.
Mm-hmm.
Like, oh, I should have waited. I could have kept playing these same games, and waited until 2 years from now and everything. There's already a whole bunch of people out there right now that are all out there like, oh, I never get it when they first come out anyway because they need to work out the bugs. Those are the people that just mad because they can't get a hold of it. To me personally, that's how I feel.
Mm.
They're always like, oh, I never get it first. Like, yeah, you couldn't get one.
Boo-boo, I'm better than you.
Yeah, I know. It's like they're like, oh, you haven't gotten any bugs. I never get it on release. When it first came out, I was like, yeah, it stopped on me one day, and I realized, oh, I just didn't have the disc in when I was trying to play Modern Warfare because I got the one with the disc. But other than that, no problems, no issues, no glitches. No, I'm gonna knock on some wood here because it's been wonderful. But that's how I feel about it. I mean, on one side, it's a slap in the face, but at the same time, depending on where we're at as far as gaming 2-3 years down the line, because I don't think this is something that like a patent. They always have patents out. There's always they they register patents all the time, regardless on whether they're going to act on it or not. Sometimes they just register patents like, hey, I'm going to patent this new technology just so these guys can't do it.
Mm-hmm.
That's sometimes what they do. So there may never be a mid-season refresh, a mid-console generation refresh for the PS5. They may not. They may not ever do that. But they're putting the patents out. They're going to put patents out on controllers. We're going to see all types of who's its and doodads and like 10. There's probably going to be patents for like 5 different PSVRs, but they may never see the light of day.
No, I like that. I think you made a really good point. I think if that was to come, I think that yes, that is a humongous slap in the face. Do I see one coming out within the next year? God, I hope not. I mean, they need to concentrate more about getting them in the hands of gamers now. I mean, you literally have, and this is a fact, you literally have 3,500 of them sitting in a UK scalper's basement.
For
Evan,
$900 a pop.
yeah.
Oh, sorry. Okay.
No, you're fine. Evan, what you got for me, man?
I mean, I agree. I think it's a slap in the face.
Oh.
Did
I
I steal
agree.
everybody's thunder when it was my turn? I'm
No,
sorry.
I think honestly, for me and Evan's sake, I think you pretty much spoke for the both of us. I mean, I honestly couldn't agree with you more. I don't see this coming out within the next year or two. If it does, it's pretty stupid. Number one. Number two, Sony is very known for putting out patents left and right. Jeff and I did a story earlier this year where Sony has platinumed the name PlayStation 5 all the way up to PlayStation 10. Just so somebody else couldn't use it, which I think if another company tried to do that, it's a lawsuit on their hands left and right.
Oh yeah.
Go ahead, Jeff. Hit us with that rant.
God. Okay, so here, all right. It's like what Joker said, right? It's like how the buyer's remorse. So you go ahead, like you fucking spent so much time and effort and like mental health to get this fucking PS5, right?
It actually wasn't that hard for me. I just want to throw that out there.
Or Dolan. It wasn't hard for him or Dolan.
God damn. You know what I'm saying? Look.
For us normies out here.
Yeah, you spent all this time trying to get a hold of one fucking system, right? And then all of a sudden, a month later, they're like, oh, hey, we've got some pros in the pipeline. Why? Like half your fucking consumer base doesn't even have the initial fucking console, dude. Like Jim, I'm talking to you, dude. Get your fucking shit together. Get your head out of your ass, man. Because like, what are they gonna do? They're gonna release a PS4 Pro, and then like, all of a sudden now it's another $100 for performance that was probably already in the system, and they're just marketing it different. So you're paying an extra $100 for different marketing tactics, right? Are we getting an SSD expansion thing?
No.
On the Pro? No, yeah, no.
If
no?
they do release the Pro and it's black, I would get it.
Wow.
I mean, like he's not wrong though. Like I kind of want like an all black console for that, but don't gas him up, Joker, just because you got one. Look, man, you can't sell a console that's impossible to get and then try to resell the same fucking console that's going to be twice as impossible to get within 2 months of each other. It doesn't fucking make sense at all. Is my mic cutting out? I feel like it's probably cutting out.
No, it isn't.
I hear you.
Oh, God. Sony's fucking pissing me off so... Oh, I don't even want one now. Don't even want one. Hey, folks, don't get a fucking PlayStation. Just don't.
Throw that money in your PC. Good to go.
Bingo. Fuck them.
You know, it's so funny to me because we had all these videos and we had all these plans about unboxing and just all this other shit. And look at us, we can't even fucking get one.
You can't fucking get one. Same with fucking Xbox too, dude. Can't get one.
Mm-hmm.
If y'all want, I can go grab my boxes and just like open those if you want.
Again, this has been the Rundown Podcast. Thank you guys for coming up. Yeah, I mean, like I'm pretty sure there's probably another rant coming, but just know that Jeff does not like this at all. And it's not even that I'm mad that I don't have one. It's what Joker said. It's the buyer's remorse aspect of it, because you can't buy the console that was so hyped up for over a year, and then expect to like turn around and buy another fucking console because it says Pro on it. On the box, it's the same console, but it's on the box. It says Pro, unless the design's different, right? Is the design different?
I mean, if the blades and everything, like the side panels were black instead of white,
right?
It had like 2 terabytes of space inside of it and everything. That would.
Right.
It's just going to be a little bit smaller. They're just going to get rid of that extra space that's inside of it. That's the only difference.
Oh, the one where they could have put extra storage? Got it.
Yep.
Motherfucker is big. Like, I'm
flipping tables.
Going in circles.
Fucking hate it, dude.
That paltry 600 and something gigs or whatever.
Oh, God. How do you advertise a terabyte of fucking storage and I can only use like 600 gigs of it? Fucker, get out of here.
Number 2 on the Rundown podcast today. Avengers didn't grind enough loot. Maybe Tony Stark could give Square Enix a loan here. How did y'all feel about the loot system on Avengers real quick before we go into this?
Hated it.
How so?
Yep.
How so?
If you're directing this to me, like you're asking
there's too many. There's too many things going on with their loot system. It's fucking confusing. So like I would just go in there and auto assign, because you can do that. You auto assign and it just equips your best shit. I never knew what any of it was. Mm-hmm. I never knew what I had, what I needed, what was available. It was too convoluted.
Like Anthem.
It was worse than Anthem. Anthem, I had an idea of what I needed or wanted. This, no clue.
Yeah.
So I'm glad I skipped this one. I skipped Avengers.
Well, so they got the Kate Bishop release coming out Tuesday, right? So there might be an overhaul. I don't know. Probably not. But we'll see.
So there's not really too much for me to read off to this story. Essentially, the whole moral of the article that is out states that Square Enix is blaming the fail of their game on the loot system and why players did not want to come back.
I'd say it definitely has a big hand in it.
Mm-hmm.
I would just say lack of content.
Right. Yeah, and I think that's what a lot of us had to do, but they're blaming it on the looting system.
Oh, fuck off. That's like the dude from Quibi is like, oh, blame coronavirus. You're all working from home, dude. Shut up. How does the company sorry?
No, go for it. Please.
This is gonna be a rant-filled podcast. I didn't even expect this. This is organic as shit, and I love it. How does a company like Square Enix fuck up so bad on a game? I don't get it.
You have so much history to go off of.
Fucking Final Fantasy, dude.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you developed some of the best games that have ever been created. Kingdom Hearts. And then you fuck up on the biggest franchise in the world. You had so much opportunity to make yourselves even bigger and to provide or produce a well-developed game, and you fucked it up.
Mm-hmm.
How? Like, you were given so much opportunity to make this good, and you dropped the ball.
That's like a Wonder Woman game coming out in January and bombing.
Yeah.
The whole hype train and everything. Everybody's gonna buy it just because Wonder Woman. Oh, Wonder Woman! Girl power!
Right. Well, that's why we bought this game, right? Because it was Avengers. We're all fucking nerds, right?
Yeah, that's why y'all bought that shit.
Yeah, I mean, it was like, dude, you can play as Iron Man.
Hey, just know if you do buy a Joker, I'll play with you.
All right, I appreciate that, but I'm not going to though.
I advise against it.
Yeah,
heavily, dude.
Just don't be like me and buy 2 copies of Anthem.
Oh, yeah. And you know what's so funny too is like I bought the $80 version of both of these games, like the highest digital download that you could get. I bought on both of these games. So the people that bought the $120 collector's edition, I am so sorry.
Oh, you know they're mad.
Like, from the bottom of my mustache, I am sorry, dude. Anyway.
Number 3 on the rundown report here. Monster Hunter pulled from Chinese theaters over offensive slur. The Cap.
Honestly, they need to pull the whole fucking movie because they can't just stick to the source material and it looks stupid.
The Capcom game-based film was under fire for a scene that Chinese moviegoers deem an insult. Paul Anderson, Monster Hunter, which is set to be hit release theaters in the U.S. December 25th, is already causing a fair amount of controversy in China, where it has already been released. Per Variety, the film has been pulled from theaters after its opening day and is currently being censored by Chinese regulators due to a 10-second long exchange in the film that patriotic local viewers say insults China. Monster Hunter, which stars Mila Jovovich, is based on the hit game by Capcom, enjoyed midnight screenings in the small hours of Friday local time, and officially debuted in Chinese cinemas on Friday, December 4th. The film is now being pulled from local theaters around China because of an exchange that was reportedly intended to be a light-hearted scene. Variety states that the Monster Hunter made up approximately 25% of all film screenings in China on Friday. That number has fallen to 0.7%, or excuse me, 0.07%. One notice that was sent to cinemas read, a new version is being produced overnight and should be the one-screen theaters. Should please strictly observe the old version and should not further be screened a single time. Right now, though, despite that notice, Variety is starting that the release of and even a censored version is effectively halted. In the wake of this, Chinese users have quickly flooded the video game's Steam page with hundreds of angry negative reviews. Apparently, the scene in question is a dumb pun exchange between two characters that unwittingly made Chinese moviegoers think was a reference to an old racist schoolyard rhyme insulting Asians. The situation was seamlessly made worse by the translation, which was localized in a way that was reference to a Chinese colloquialism, probably colloquialism, causing some viewers to deem the moment an insult. In the film, Yogurt plays an alienist, the leader of a group of soldiers who gets transported from their world into the Monster Hunter world video game. They team up with the hunter and his boss, the admiral. So I haven't seen the scene. They don't have the scene to show, of course, because it's now censored. Which I'm sure if you dig deep enough on the internet, you'll find it.
It's on Twitch somewhere, I'm sure.
Yeah, somewhere.
I hope that movie fucking bombs, dude.
Dude, Deadly's so fucking mad at this movie. I love it.
I hope it bombs, man. Between Resident Evil.
Hold on, real quick. Hold on just 1 second. And now you're tuning in for Evan's rant.
Oh, yes. The big Deadly rant.
Between Resident Evil and this, like, I'm pretty much done with Mila Jovovich. She's just in shitty franchises. It's so fucking Hollywood, dude. They fucking there's no fucking modern day military in Monster Hunter world.
That's fair. But I mean, is she the one to blame for that? Or
yeah, she keeps accepting these shitty roles. Poor decision making skills. Granted, she's rich, so I mean it's
I'm not trying to defend anything here, but just do remember that the director from this movie is the same director that did all of her Resident Evil movies, and he called her and was like, "Hey, I want you to be in this movie that I'm making."
That's fucking why, bro.
Yep.
Dude, if you watch like the last 2 Resident Evils, it's like the worst dialogue ever.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking terrible.
Yeah, it is.
Like the Expendables.
But when you think about it, though, she's been like, how did you enjoy like the first? Shit, I don't know. You said the last 2. How did you enjoy the first 15 Resident Evil movies? I don't even know.
I liked
the motherfuckers they were.
I liked the first 2, and then like the next 4 or 5 were just shit.
But I mean, think about it this way: like, okay, Mila Jovovich. So she at that point she's already been in the first 2. They're established. She's like the face of the franchise. So the third one rolls around and everything, they offer her the role, and it's like, hey, we want you to do this, and she's like, okay. At this point, she feels like emotionally invested, so she's gonna roll with it. Then for the next fucking 12 goddamn Resident Evil movies and everything, she's just going with it now because she's kind of part of the franchise, and it's kind of easy for her at this point. It's easy. She doesn't have to like dig deep and like just.
She doesn't have to work. She doesn't have to go to casting calls.
Integrity and be like, these are not good. We need to make these better.
Right. She's literally the Vin Diesel of Resident Evil.
As the fucking face. You need to
But
be like,
she's not the one that's ruining the movie, though.
no, but she's not doing anything to try to help it
How do you know?
because she's not naked. No, I'm just kidding. No, it's just not good. Dude.
1998 Fifth Element, Mila Jovovich. It doesn't exist anymore.
Whether it's her fault or whoever's fault, the point is it happened. It's there.
Yeah.
And then same with this. It just doesn't look fucking good. Like her video game movies are shit. I'll put it that way. Because I enjoy The Fifth Element. I enjoy The Fourth Kind. You know, she's in some really good movies.
Lilu Dallas Multipass.
But it's just, dude, I'm not excited about this, which sucks too, because like the creatures in Monster Hunter, the movie, look phenomenal. They look super good.
Mm-hmm.
I'm pretty sure the movie is gonna probably actually be pretty good. But I mean, the big story right now is this whole rant about. I'm just saying that I'm on the glass half full shit right now. But like it might be a really good movie. When it's all said and done, we're all at home. Get you a Fire Stick, hack it, watch it for free. But
I'm gonna watch it for free.
I mean,
You said you're
But
not,
no,
or
like-
you are?
I probably will.
Okay.
but
That,
what I'm
you know, I can't talk shit about it and then just like not watch it. So I'm
what
gonna
I'm
talk more shit about it later.
Yeah.
what were the numbers that you said? It went from streaming and like I think you said it went down to 0.07.
So it was 25% of all theater sales, and then it dropped down to 0.07.
So when I think about it, we're talking about China here. I'm looking at it. Keep in mind what I do for a living. I'm looking at it like, okay, 0.07% of the people of the streams, whatever, or the people watching it and everything. We're talking about fucking China. That's still like 1 million people.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I feel like the sales might be there though. Like that's the thing. Like you got people that are, for one, Monster Hunter fans, right? And like there's people want to see video game movies as much as they don't want to see video game movies, right? Like
when they revealed the trailer, I went to the comments, people just tearing it apart.
yeah, which is gonna happen though.
All
Like
the people that are not Monster Hunter extraordinaires, they're gonna be like, "Oh, it's a good movie."
All right.
Yeah.
Well, here we go. I'm gonna shoot one at y'all. How did y'all feel about the Assassin's Creed movie?
I watched
that
it
great.
in Russian with Evan.
I didn't hate
It's
it.
one of my
Actually,
greatest
I
memories
bought,
with Evan ever.
I bought it on iTunes because I wanted to watch it because I'm a huge Assassin's Creed fan, right?
Mhm.
Like I even watched the shitty 45-minute short film they made like 2012 or something. It's what was good about it to me was the fact that when he went into the Animus and was in the past, they spoke the language.
Mhm.
Like it was subtitled, but they spoke the language. In the games, they don't do that. So I thought that was really cool. I thought it was a cool aspect of it and really cool direction.
Yep.
The Animus was weird, a little weird, as like a butt plug that picked you up. But it was. I didn't hate it.
I gotta
I
rewatch the movie now. I don't remember that shit.
One of the things I remember liking / not liking about it is they only showed him being badass for like 10 minutes, maybe.
Yeah,
Right.
that sucked.
Closer to the end.
Right, but like you can't make an Assassin's like a movie the way you play the game, right? Like you can't just have a movie of like him going around fighting hordes of dudes for an hour and a half, 2 hours. There's got to be like some actual story that plays out, and the cutscenes are going to be different from the movie, just the way it's scripted. So you got to kind of take all the little stuff into account as to how you perceive a video game movie compared to that.
I think it should have been like a mini series at the least.
I don't think I actually remember him jumping into any fucking trailers with hay in it too in the movie. I don't think I remember.
Right?
Yeah.
So that ruined it for me. I was just like, yo, where's the hay?
Yeah. Where's the hay?
Where's the hay?
Speaking of movies, number 4 on the rundown report. As some of you may have noticed, Metal Gear Solid movie reportedly cast Oscar Isaac as Solid Snake.
Yep.
I'm excited, dude. Shit. Sorry.
So Jordan Roberts.
Yeah,
Go ahead. Sorry.
I'll be right back.
Yep.
I was gonna say Jeff showed me a picture of like a concept kind of art with him, and
Right.
at first I was, but like then I kind of looked into it a little more, and I can say I think he'll be awesome.
Yeah, and dude, Oscar Isaac is in everything now, everything. So I'm really excited to see how this comes to, the forefront. he said in an interview in like 2019 that was like one of the franchises he wanted to do. And here it is. Like it's so crazy, right? So I think a lot of celebrities are like clairvoyant in a way because they're like, hey, I want to do this, and then they do it. Like somebody fan casted Rosario Dawson to play Ahsoka Tano in Mandalorian, right? And she was like, yeah, like I would fucking love to do it. And what did we get? Rosario Dawson as Ahsoka Tano.
Mm-hmm.
And I think as long as the actor themselves is passionate about the character that they're wanting to play, it's going to be a good movie. Look at Ryan Reynolds playing Deadpool.
Mm-hmm.
He tried to get that movie made for 10 years and then finally got it.
Okay, well, not that you're incorrect, because you are totally correct. He did work for the movie and he did want that movie. But what I hate about that is that it's never going to be the same. It's not going to be the original Deadpool anymore.
Right. Yeah, so they can't remake a Deadpool anymore.
Well, no, what I'm saying is, like, now that Disney owns it, it's going to be so much more censored.
No. Disney already gave him a pass on that. Yeah, Disney.
So they gave him a pass after having to make the PG-13 one.
They just made the PG-13 to be funny and to make more money.
Okay.
Yeah, that was just a coup. Like, it wasn't a big thing, but like, yeah, Disney gave Ryan Reynolds and all of them a pass to make an R-rated Deadpool, to continue making R-rated Deadpools. Yeah, so
because the only reason I bring that up was because I watched the New Mutants last night, and
how was it?
It would have been great if Disney didn't buy it or didn't buy Fox. Because Disney came in 70% of the way through the movie and had them cut out so much shit, because you could tell like where the movie was going by Fox because there was so much horror in it, but then you can definitely tell where it transitioned into trying to be more like a love story. And now that Disney came in, and I was like, it was great at the beginning, your horror, everything was there, but now we're transitioning into this lesbian gay love story, which is fine, but I don't want a gay lesbian love story in X-Men. I want horror, and I want fighting and superpowers.
You don't want any love story.
Yeah, no love.
I mean, I enjoyed the love story between Wolverine and what's her face? I forgot what her name was.
Jean Grey?
Jean. Yeah, right? Wasn't that her name? Yeah, Jean.
Yeah.
I love superheroes.
There's Deadpool and his girl. I mean,
yeah, like that shit's great.
That's kind of the movie. The movie's a love story.
So yes, Metal Gear Solid movie is pushing forward, and Oscar Isaac is reportedly attached to star as Solid Snake. According to Deadline, Isaac, a popular fan choice for the role, is slated to play Solid Snake in Vogt Roberts' Kong Skull Island live-action adaptation of the 1998 Konami video game. A script has been written by Derek Connolly with Avia Arad producing. Roberts has been working on a Metal Gear Solid adaptation since at least 2017, and a script has been in production since then as well. But with Isaac attached, it appears that Sony Pictures is finally making movies to get production on the long-awaited live-action film. Isaac is best known for his role as Poe Dameron in the Star Wars series, but also critical hits like Ex Machina and Inside Llewyn Davis. He will play Duke Lee Straighties in the upcoming Dune film. In fact, it was during an IGN interview for Netflix Triple Frontier that Isaac stated his desire to take on the role of Solid Snake in Metal Gear Solid. That's the one Isaac said at the time, I'm throwing my hat in for that one. Following the interview, Roberts commissioned the artist Boss Logic to mock up a potential Isaac as Snake would look like, and as you can see from the results, so if you go to the Twitter page for Jordan Vogt Roberts, you'll actually see how they kind of made Oscar Isaac look like Solid Snake. So for which I'm sure 90% of us all know out here, Metal Gear Solid is a 1998 PlayStation game, the first 3D entry for the stealth action series created by Hideo Kojima.
Here,
I hope they don't fuck it up.
I'm gonna post the link.
Don't cast Miliovich, you'll be fine.
I love the Metal Gear franchise. I have tried very hard to follow the Metal Gear franchise. It is one of the most confusing stories, in me and personally in like all of video games, because all of their games jump around, and there's clones attached and everything else. But no, I think this is cool. I'm a huge fan of him. I think he did fantastic in the Star Wars movies. And
he's a great actor for sure.
I would like to think to myself that with the upcoming Last of Us series, with the help of Neil Druckmann and Naughty Dog, that we are in some sort of, with the exception of Monster Hunter, that we are in some sort of uprising with better video game movie adaptations. Do I want video game movie adaptations? Not really. I don't need them. My movies are in my games, but if you're gonna do it, just do it right.
Right.
It's so easy. The source material's right in front of you.
Right in front of you.
Right, but it's also like it's director's interpretation, right?
Right.
Fuck that.
Yeah, director's interpretation of the script that they're given.
Yeah.
Right. So
source material though should not be.
Right.
How'd y'all like Sonic the Hedgehog? They went way off like away from the source material with that one.
So
yeah,
it was pretty cool.
It's just Sonic in a movie.
Right, like our friend JP said, he said that he's come to learn that, a movie doesn't have to be fantastic. It can just be a good, decent movie. And I feel like movies like Sonic and movies like the Pokemon movie are just, they're fine. They're good movies.
The Pokemon movie was awesome.
Right, yeah.
You can't expect every movie to be a blockbuster, right?
Right.
And they actually, that was like 20 years later, like from the Mewtwo movie. And like they actually kept that. So like they made their own story while also sticking to the source material that was already there.
Mm-hmm.
That's cool.
Wait,
that's fine.
Pokemon movie before?
Yeah, the old cartoon. When they first introduced Mewtwo.
Oh, the animated movie from like a long time.
Come on, man. You got kids. You should know this.
I was in like, 4th or 5th grade when it came out. 4th grade.
I don't know what the fuck I was doing.
He was smashing. You were smashing. Don't worry. We know.
Probably.
So, with that being said, are we excited?
For Oscar Isaac as Snake?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Have any of y'all ever played the Metal Gear games at all? Have y'all ever gotten into them?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we talked about this. Remember, I didn't have a memory card, so I only beat the first half of that
That's
game.
right. Yep. Same.
Right. And I played 1 and 2 on PS1, and then I didn't play it again until Sons of Liberty, right?
Yeah,
or
that was the
Ground
same one,
Zeroes, well, no, and then I played whatever the Ground Zeroes, the 5th one, that shit.
All right. Number 4 on the rundown report. Naughty Dog Neil Druckmann named co-president of Uncharted Last of Us Studio. Naughty Dog, the video game developer behind the Last of Us and Uncharted series, has announced that Neil Druckmann will be promoted to co-president of the company. Allison Mori and Christian Gerling will also serve as vice presidents of Naughty Dog. Druckmann, who created The Last of Us with former Naughty Dog director Bruce Straley, has led to the direction of Naughty Dog's biggest games in the last 10 years. This includes creative director credits on The Last of Us, Uncharted 4: Thief's End, and The Last of Us Part 2. Druckmann served as a director on The Last of Us Part 2 along with Anthony Newman and Kurt Margenu. I'm going to just call you Margenu because I don't know how to pronounce your last name. The sequel to 2013's Action Adventures title has been critically acclaimed, earning multiple Game of the Year nominations and a Golden Joystick Award for Ultimate Game of the Year. Also promoted at Naughty Dog are Allison Mori and Christian Gerling, who are now vice presidents of Naughty Dog. Mori was previously director of operation, and Gerling was previously co-director of programming, respectively. With a quote from them saying, "We have such an incredible team at Naughty Dog, and being able to work alongside every one of them is especially meaningful these days," writes the Naughty Dog president, Evan Wells. "I feel proud of them when I'm able to recognize their accomplishments and contributions to the studio." I don't really, I wanted to just put this out there just for people that didn't know, but I don't really think that there's too much to say on this. Neil Druckmann is a genius. He's a creative genius. He has done fantastic work for the company in the past 10 years. I personally believe that he's not going to do anything but do more fantastic work in the next 10 years. I'm super excited for him. Congratulations to him. And I just think that just means that there's more and better things to come from Naughty Dog.
I hope so.
Yeah, I'm super excited for this because I mean he's going to get a little bit more control over what they produce as well. So that means he's going to be like, hey, we can do an Uncharted game again, or or another Last of Us or whatever. He's going to have he's going to be the directing force of the production now, and that's super exciting because of the way how passionate he is about the games that they've made. Just gives me even more hope. Or not even more hope, but just more excitement to see where this company goes. Joker, what do you think, bud?
I think it's great. I'm gonna be completely honest. I don't know who the fuck that is, but hey, that's
so Neil Druckmann was the creative director for The Last of Us Part 2, and the Uncharted 4 Thieves in video games.
So on that note, I haven't played any of those, but I think it's great though.
I love Joker. I swear. I know we are running.
Some of the best games ever. That's just
if I'm not mistaken, they are actually on your PlayStation Plus list that you have. I
have them downloaded already, but just haven't gotten to it because
So whenever you do get a chance to play them, like I said, they are humongous campaign player games. They have won. I think all those games combined have won over 100 awards, just for their storytelling. They're all amazing games. Naughty Dog, of course, is my favorite company of all time. But please, if you ever get the chance to play them, please do. I know we're running a little bit short on time, so I just want to go ahead and run over this last story real quick before we get out of here. Not too much to it. It's really just to kind of get everybody's insights on how they feel about the Game Awards coming up this week, with any predictions that you may have in store, what you're wanting to win, what you don't want to win, things like that. The Game Awards will air December 10th, 2020, and voting for Players' Choice of the Game of the Year is still open. Separate from the full nominees list voted by press and industry, the third and final round of the Players' Choice vote has whittled the entries down to just 5 games with one clear fourth runner. The 5 titles in order votes right now that are winning. Right now, in the first place, you have Last of Us Part 2. Second place going to Ghost of Tsushima. Third place going to Hades. Fourth place going to Doom Eternal. And fifth place going to Marvel Spider-Man Miles Morales. It has now come down to, at this point, it has now come down to us, the voters. So you can go and vote for your favorite right now. At this time of writing this, Last of Us Part 2 has 40% of the votes, with Ghost of Tsushima coming in very close with 34%. Last year's winner was Fire Emblem House, but Nintendo fans seem to have mobilized this year with Animal Crossing New Horizons after round 2. So what do y'all think? Are y'all happy about that list?
I'm excited for it. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I'm pretty happy with that.
Yeah, I'm not gonna say that I'm surprised. I definitely saw Last of Us Part 2 winning it. I knew before the game ever came out that was going to be Game of the Year. For me personally, my Game of the Year is going to be Ghost.
Over Last of Us?
Over Last of Us, yeah. I enjoyed Ghost so much. I didn't think I was. I thought it was just going to be a fun game, but we've had this debate a lot. There was quite a few things that was wrong. That I'm not going to say wrong would be the wrong term, but there's a lot of stuff that I didn't care for in The Last of Us Part 2 that made me sway my decision a little bit more. Plus, I just felt like there was way more of a story in Ghost than there was in Last of Us Part 2. Last of Us Part 2 was an avenge story, but Ghost just had so many different other stories that complemented it along with the main story. And that was just why.
How is Miles Morales in last though? I don't get it.
It was a short game. It was a short game. It didn't.
But the story was amazing though. Like it was a really good game. I had a blast.
Thank you, Joker. Thank you.
No, the game was fun. I had a blast with the game. But do you really, deep down, feel like that story holds up to? We're not even gonna say Ghost. Do you really think that story holds up to The Last of Us Part 2?
I haven't played The Last of Us Part 2, but I played Miles Morales.
And
So
that's
no.
all that matters, damn it.
Damn right.
I'm your E7. You're gonna listen.
I mean, as far as complexity, no, but as far as like level of design and storytelling, absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
It's not as complex and as back driven as Last of Us Part 2 is,
Mm-hmm.
but it's on par to me.
Right.
So yeah, I mean, obviously, dude, Last of Us wins everything, man. That's all, whatever.
It is. It's completely everything. Well, like everybody else, man, I hope y'all are super excited for the Game Awards this week. I really, really am. I actually took the day off, so I'm gonna spend all day getting everything ready. I'm excited for new trailers, new announcements. I'm
They're gonna be announcing the PlayStation 5 Pro.
Shut up.
Yo,
I swear to God, if that happens, you will see Jeff get off that live stream so fucking fast.
Bro,
you need
yeah.
to go buy a table so you can flip it.
Right. Yeah, I need a table. I need to go like find a yard sale and just buy a shit table that I can just fucking beat the shit out of.
Yep, just flip that bitch.
Oh god.
All right.
I hate this.
But yes, Joker, we will keep you in the loop. Again, those are the things that I'm excited for. Did y'all want to end with anything?
I'm good.
Good.
I think that was
all right. I apologize for it taking a little longer than it needed to. I know you got to get to work.
It's fine. I'll just undercook my chicken and take it with me. It's fine.
Oh, nice. I like my chicken medium rare too, so it's fine.
I'll just microwave it extra long at work.
Jeff, anything for you, man?
No. I just want to say thank you again to Joker for coming back and hanging out with us again this week. Everyone in chat, I know there were some questions that were asked. It's just we're pressed for time, but I would love to answer them. So if you guys want to hit up any of us on Discord or on Twitch or on our socials and just ask us our personal opinions on different games or movies or whatever. All right, cool deal. Dude, you guys have been fucking incredible. We really do appreciate you guys hanging out. Just make sure you follow all of us on Twitch and our socials and all that stuff. Our good friend Joker here is Joker JC83 on most things, right? I'm Hefe Plays on Instagram, Twitch, Twitter. Actually, I am the Hefe on Twitter. I'm the Hefe Plays on Instagram and Twitch. You got Michael here as Twizzler803 on literally everything. He makes it easy. And our good buddy Big Deadly Grin is Big Deadly Grin on everything. Tay Dorbs is Tay Dorbs on everything. So make sure you fucking like and follow all their shit. Really good people. They're fucking family. And they're all part of the Toxic community. So make sure you show love. And again, I cannot thank you guys enough for fucking hanging out with us. This has been an incredible podcast, both of them.
All right. Well, again, I appreciate everybody that showed up and hung out with us. As always, please check out the Rundown Podcast every Tuesday at noon. And if you'd like to tune in live, please come and check us out every Sunday at 7. And as always, don't be a dick. And this has been the Rundown Podcast. We'll see y'all next time.